You know, any way you slice it, trash is a byproduct of home life, and in particular, kitchen life. Now, I don't know about you, but around here, well, I'm the trash man. So I've decided I want to come up with the most efficient kitchen trash can I can think of. And for me, that's one that's close to the food prep area, as large as possible, and most importantly, out of sight. Now what I'm planning to do is to convert this door and this drawer to a pull-out trash unit. Now I could, if I wanted to, use a smaller trash can, just put it down here. But I want to use a large 10-gallon size, and that's going to require all this space from the bottom all the way up to the top.
My first step is to take off the door and drawer. I'll be reusing these later. Next, I remove the drawer glides. Then cut out the rail that separates the two openings. My Japanese handsaw is the perfect tool for this. My pull-out trash system will have two main parts: a base that I'll fasten to the inside of the cabinet, and a trash can holder. I'll cut out the top and drop in a plastic trash can. Then connect the two units using ball-bearing drawer glides. The entire thing will be concealed by applying the existing door and drawer front to the face. I'm using cabinet-grade birch plywood for this project, and as usual, I'm cutting out all of the parts at one time.
Now I'm going to start by putting the base together. The construction for all of this is pretty much going to be glue and nails, so I'll put a little bit of glue along this edge right here. Now when I'm working alone, I find this to be a really handy tool. I call it a positioning clamp, and this is the way it works. I'll slip it on right here, and then I'll slip my second board in here. Now what this actually does is kind of act as one hand holding this end of the board, so I'm free to use my other two hands to get everything aligned here. I like to feel the edges. Sometimes, you know, your fingers can be more accurate than your eyes. Just by dragging this over the edge, I can make sure that I'm flush there. All right, now we can go ahead and nail it. Okay, now I'm just going to do the same with the other side.
With the base assembled, I'm moving on to the small cabinet that will hold the trash can.
Okay, now what I've got here right now is a wooden box. Let's set this down here. Now eventually, I'm going to put this trash can inside, but before I can do that, I've got to cut an opening in the top. So to get the size of that, I'll put the trash can on bottom side up, and then just trace the outline of the lip.
I draw a second line about a ½ inch inside the first, so the opening will be just a bit smaller than the trash can lip. A roll of tape makes a perfect template for the corners. To start the cut more easily, I drill a hole inside the cut line, then drop the blade of a jigsaw in the opening and begin sawing.
Well, now for that moment of truth. Oh, that's good. Now I've got something to hold the trash can. The next step is to make it slide in and out. Now that's how the trash can holder is going to fit into the base. What's going to make it move easily are these. These are ball-bearing, full extension drawer glides. And what I'm going to do here is separate these. This section right here, I'll mount on the inside of the base, and this piece here on the side of the trash can holder. Well, it's time for another of those moments of truth. I should be able just to engage the two sides of the glides here. Give it one little push. Very smooth. Now I'm going to put a coat of paint on this and then take it back inside and install it in the cabinet. Well, the paint's dry, and all I have to do to install this base is to slip it into the cabinet, give it a turn, and then pull it up to the inside of the base cabinet like that, and then simply screw it in place.
Now I can engage the glides and slip the trash can holder into the base. The door I took off earlier gets pinned to the front and then attached with screws from the inside. The drawer front goes on the same way.
Well, I think I've ended up with what, for me at least, is the perfect kitchen trash system. It's large, it's close to the food prep area. As a matter of fact, over here on the island, I could just push these food scraps from the countertop right into the can. And most importantly, when I don't want to use this, it's completely out of sight.